Music Theory 101, Lesson 3. Today we're going to review the treble clef note names. A quick review. This symbol is the treble clef. It spirals around the second to bottom line, which is the G. Sometimes the treble clef is called the G clef, but 99% of the time it is called the treble clef. The treble clef is a symbol used to indicate the pitch of written notes. Remember the staff. You have 5 parallel lines. The lines are horizontal, like you're laying in bed. 5 equidistant parallel lines and 4 spaces. This is called a staff, just the lines. The staff consists of 5 equally spaced lines which enclose 4 spaces. 5 lines, 4 spaces. If you get this treble clef, this symbol, and you move it down and you put it on the staff, you have now created a treble staff. The treble clef on a staff is a treble staff. The treble clef placed on a staff is the treble staff. Now that you have a treble staff, if you put notes on the treble staff, they have pitches, and you know what the notes are. If you put notes on a staff without a clef, you have no idea what the notes are or the pitches are. So think of this symbol here as an encryption device. If you have notes and the encryption device on a staff, you can read the notes. If you have notes without the encryption device, you have no idea what the notes are, because it could be the bass staff, it could be the alto staff, it could be the tenor staff. Without the treble clef, you have no idea what the notes are, because they could be any note. But once you put the encryption device, the treble clef, on the staff, you will know what the notes are. The first line in the treble staff is an E. The second line, the bottom going up one line, the second note, the second space is a G. The third line is a B. The fourth line is a D. The fifth line, which is the top line, is an F. So the bottom line is an E. The second line is a G. The third line is a B. The fourth line is a D. The fifth line is an F. The way to remember this is say, every good boy deserves fudge. First line, every or E. Second line, good is G. Third line, boy or B. Fourth line, 1, 2, 3, 4, deserves, which is a D. And the fifth line or top line is F. Every good boy deserves fudge. I have had a student once say, elephants go bowling down freeway. Elephants go bowling down freeway. I had a student once say, every girl buys designer fashion. But the most common saying to help you remember the lines of a treble staff is every good boy deserves fudge. E, G, B, D, F. That is how you remember the note names the pitches of the lines of the treble staff. Remember when I said the staff is 5 lines and 4 spaces? Well, the spaces of the treble staff spell face. The first space is an F. The second space is an A. The third space is a C. The fourth space is an E. Face. You don't need a saying because it already spells a great word. Space is face. The spaces are the faces. So your first space is F, second space is A, third space is C, fourth space is E. So this is how you remember the lines of the treble staff and the spaces of the treble staff. Now look, remember how I said this spirals around the G? Good. The G is the second line. You see how it spirals around. That's why it's sometimes called the G clef, but it's the treble clef. Every good boy deserves fudge. That's the lines. Face is the spaces. This has been a review of Lesson 3.